On today's Christmas spot, we're going to be looking at my pet firefly. Yeah, sure, it's not Christmas themed. I know that's exactly what your first thought was. Hey, Spot, that's not Christmas themed. But you know what? I think aside from the regular Christmas themed items, one thing I'd like to do during Christmas spots too is introduce maybe cool gift ideas as well. Now, I found this at Walmart, and when I saw it, I thought, you know, not only would I be interested in this, but maybe my viewers would be interested in this as well. At the side, it says glows and acts just like the real thing. Now down below there is a button for the demo, but I'm just going to leave this part off for the time being. We'll look at it when we get the package opener up. But on the top, you can interact by tapping the cap of the jar, this kind of mason jar. Package on the side, we've got my pet firefly, a delightful little firefly going on there. Look at him, he looks so happy. Not a care in the world. He doesn't know the hardships that the Firefly clan is going to have to worry about later on in life. Blasted battle with the mosquitoes. Right now he's a young guy, he just doesn't know. Now this is blue. This one is blue. I'm sure I'll forget this at the time that I open this up, but the actual fireflies came in a variety of colors. I think there was pink, there was green, there was blue as well. I just opted for blue. I like blue. Oh, hey, on the back, there we go. Collect all 3 characters. It says, it's a firefly of your very own. Glows and acts just like the real thing. You can collect all 3. It includes 3 AAA batteries, so if anybody was looking to change their batteries at some point, you just would only need 3 AAA batteries. This is imported by Walmart Canada, Mississauga, Ontario. Made in China. You can go to walmart.ca. Anything on the bottom? Nothing on the bottom. I know how all 5 of you are curious to see how this thing works. I'm going to take a bit of a break. I'm going to get this out of the package, and we're going to have a look at my pet firefly. There's more magic on the way, guys. Stay tuned. And when you get them out of package, you essentially have a glass. Now this is actually glass. You have yourself a glass jar, and inside the glass jar is your firefly. Now being that he is glass, you have to be a little careful that you don't put him on a high spot where anything that he could fall off, because as soon as this jar hits the floor, obviously it would be broken. You'd have to be careful with the broken glass and everything else. On the front of the jar, it actually says my pet firefly, and it's this raised, embossed texture. I like that quite a bit. You can also see there's my little firefly in there right now. He's not really doing much right now. He's just kind of sleeping. He's sleeping really because I've only got him on trial mode. Speaking of trial mode, the top of the jar, I like that they've put air holes in. Kind of faux air holes at least. You certainly would, if you ever catch a firefly, not that I really recommend catching fireflies because, you know, they like outside just as much as you do. But if you were ever to catch them and then release them, make sure you put them first in a jar that has air holes. Because if not, he can't breathe. And then your firefly ain't going to do very much because he's going to be sitting at the bottom of your jar. You can take the jar lid, and there, by the way, is the same logo, the same picture of the firefly. Take the jar lid and unscrew it. And it says on the inside, stop, attention! It says, do not remove animation module from the mouth of the jar. This could permanently damage the item. Flip over for further instructions. Which apparently I can't get off this lid. I'm sure they're not important instructions. What do we got here? Carefully pull back the Try-Me cord from the socket and throw it away. Remove the switch from Try-Me to on. Unscrew the cap back on the jar. We also got something else in here. Oh, here we go. Basic operation. Keep the switch. Now it's funny that the instructions are actually the furthest thing on the undersiding of this jar. The instructions, which apparently my light doesn't want to get, says keep the switch under the cap in the on position. Your firefly will happily fly around the jar and make its light glow in unpredictable patterns. After 90 seconds, your firefly will go to sleep. Stop moving and turn off its light. To wake up your firefly, just tap the cap. Always leave the switch in the on position so your firefly is ready to wake up when you tap the cap. While your firefly is asleep, it uses very little power and can remain asleep for a long time, so it stays ready for you to wake it up. Apparently there are tap instructions, so you can get your firefly to light up in different ways depending on how many times you tap the cap. Tap it to make it light up and fly. 2 taps make it blink. 3 taps make it glow. 4 taps make it glow and blink. 1 tap at any time. 2, 3, or 4 taps. First, give it 1 tap to get the firefly's attention. It will fly and then rest, not move, for 2 seconds. During that rest time, tap 2, 3, or 4 times. There's also a couple of tips. Tap the cap with your fingernail as quickly as you can. When you stop tapping, the firefly will resume its flying and glowing until it goes to sleep. And of course there's the French instructions as well. I think what I'll do is I'll probably leave the instructions as the last thing out there, so that way I can view it anytime I want. And as mentioned, there is the try me button, there is the on button, and then there's the little screw to unscrew this and take this off if you want to change the batteries. Right now it is set to try me, so I'm going to put the jar down. I'm going to turn it to on. Hopefully we don't wake it just yet. Nothing to see here. Fire. Oh, he woke up. I was hoping to wait. Let be a surprise, but apparently my firefly could not wait. Apparently Spot can't put on a jar lid either. And there you have your firefly. Now it seems to be like Gremlins. Apparently we've got some rules that we got to follow. As you can see, first of all, there's my little firefly in there. He's got some blue wings. He's flapping away. And you're asking, well, how does he work? Well, if you can see it right from his bum, there is a wire. There's a wire that runs all the way around the jar, and it runs up right there. Can you see it? Runs right up to the very top there. And inside, there is a little lever or a little dial that rotates. And as it rotates, because that wire is curved, you're going to essentially get irregular flying patterns, as you can see right here. My firefly apparently is quite hyper. Now he is on, and I guess they said what you could do is double tap it. Let's see if we can try that again. Come on, firefly, perform for us. Oh, there he goes. So now he flickers a bit. And maybe what I'll do too is I'll just dim these lights a bit. Don't worry, I'm still here. Give you a better look at the firefly itself. Tap it. There he goes, he's blinking. I don't know if, I guess that was the glowing. And he'll do this for a bit, and as the instructions indicate, he'll eventually turn off. I'm probably going to be leaving this, I'm probably going to be unscrewing this. Is he going to be doing anything else? Let's put some lights back on here. What I was going to say is I'm likely, now this is entirely up to you, I'm likely to probably keep the, I'll probably keep the Try Me switch off. The only reason why is if my cats happen to bang against this, maybe while I'm sleeping or if I'm at work, the last thing I want to do is have them think that there's something inside of this jar and start swatting at it, and then all of a sudden it gets knocked off the table and breaks. If you have cats as curious as this guy does, I would say perhaps that's probably the best thing to do, is just have this guy turned off when you're not planning on using him. But still, he's a fun little gift. He's a fun gift to get, you know, your kids or you know, people that like little quirky Christmas gifts. today's Christmas spot, we were having a look at my pet firefly. Oh, it looks like he's falling asleep. Hey, wake up! Today we were having a look at my pet firefly. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you are interested, they are available at Walmart, and I think they're about $12. But thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more Christmas spots to come, and I'll see you guys next time.